Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, I think we might do a random ranking. And we're probably going to do it quick because I got to be up in 5.5 hours. So I think I'm going to make this, yeah, pretty speedy. Hopefully. I don't know. Sometimes I'm long-winded when I talk. But anyway, we're going to do a random ranking. What that is that's when we go to my movie collection behind me and we pick out 3 movies at random, and then we rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Then I'll dive into that comment section, and then we'll talk about cinema. We'll talk about movies. Lately I've been like 1, 2, 3 days behind, 4 or 5 days behind on my messages, but I'm doing my best to keep up as best I can. But anyway, let's get to picking 3 movies. Maybe I think I'm gonna pick some down in this area just because it's an area that I don't get to very often, and we might do 3 next to each other. What do you think of that? 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we get. We got to make sure I've seen these. Yes. Yes. It's been so long. I have to rewatch Charlie Bartlett. I have seen it, but it's been a long time. So let's pick something else over here. Let's see what we get. All right, there we go. The movie that, well, look at this. We got 2 disaster movies. So first one here is Chernobyl Diaries. This is a horror film, and it's kind of like a not lost, found footage movie. There's somebody in here that my brother, when he was a little kid, he used to listen to. Like, he's a singer. His last name, I think, is McCartney, but he's not related to Paul McCartney. If I could just find the names. Not seeing it in here. But this is that same movie, right? Chernobyl Diaries, right? This is a horror film. Yeah, let tourists visit. Yeah. I think that's right anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I like this movie. My wife and we used to, I don't know if we watched it a lot, but we watched it a handful of times. There's like a bear in it. Yeah, so basically it's like tourists go to Chernobyl to see the fallout, and, and you know, it just turns into a horror film basically. You know, it's already dangerous to be there, but then add horror elements to it as well, plus found footage. Right? Isn't it found footage? I feel like, see, some of these images don't look found footage, but my memory of it is found footage. But I could be wrong here. But yeah, good film here. All right, next we have, do you remember Armageddon? This was the other movie that came out. Deep Impact. Téa Leoni is in this. David Duchovny's former wife. We got ourselves some Morgan Freeman here, some Lily Sobieski, a little bit of Elijah Wood. Who's that right there? Oh yeah. I'm trying to remember his name and it's not coming to me. Robert Duvall. My gosh, sorry, right there. The consigliere of from Godfather. But anyway, this I was always more of an Armageddon person. My wife likes both of the films, Armageddon and Deep Impact. I don't know. Like, I've seen Deep Impact probably maybe just 5 times, but it's never really been my favorite. It has some interesting concepts in it, though, with like the lottery of, you know, choosing people who gets to survive because they can't save everybody on Earth, but there's some that they can save, and how do you choose and all of that. So it has some interesting things going on, but I just like the fun of Armageddon. This movie is not very fun. Next we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Actually, yep, it's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this is the Johnny Depp one. And we just showed this to our kids and they loved it. They thought it was so good. So they've seen this. They saw the Timothy Chalamet one. We haven't shown them the Gene Wilder one. We got to show them that one still. But yeah, we showed this to them and I thought it was so cute how they liked it. They were big fans. What else about this? Johnny Depp, I think, does... At the first time I saw this, because this came out... I remember the advertisements for it, the posters came out when I worked at the movie theater, but I don't think the movie came out when I worked in the movie theater. I think it came out afterwards. I worked there in the summer of 2004. So yeah, all the posters came out, I remember. But I can't remember if the movie did. I think maybe it did later. But I really wasn't that into the movie, but this most recent viewing, I don't know, I liked it quite a bit more. And I really liked the stuff Johnny Depp was doing in it. And I think it's maybe one of his most unrecognizable roles. It's kind of wild, especially when you think of the type of person Johnny Depp is in his interviews, and he's like cool and kind of, I don't know, quiet. And here is like Jack Sparrow's one thing, but for some reason I can imagine Johnny Depp doing that. Here I'm having a tough time, my brain has a tough time imagining Johnny Depp playing this character in a weird way. Like I don't know. Like every other character I've ever seen him play, it's like, oh yeah, Johnny Depp can do that. Johnny Depp can do that. This one seems like, I mean, something he can do because I know he's a very good actor, but this one feels like one of the biggest swings, and successful, one of the most, I don't know. I was very impressed with it. This most recent viewing, when it was a movie I would say that I didn't like, but I was like, wow, good job, man. All right, how are we gonna rank these? I think this is what I'm gonna do. Sorry, Deep Impact, but I'm actually, can you believe this? If I didn't watch this recently, this would probably be the last one. This would have been number 3, but I'm moving it to number 1. I was that impressed with Johnny Depp's acting in it, and the stylization of Tim Burton, which I felt was, again, I think just the second viewing, or third, however many times I've seen it, I think this was just my second viewing. Tim Burton's vision, his style just stood out to me way more than it did the first time. I don't know, like there's CGI and stuff, and I think when he started getting into CGI, it kind of like killed a lot of his movies, but there's some practical stuff going on in here that's really great as well, and I love all that. But anyway, what are we doing here? We're going to go with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, then the Chernobyl Diaries, and then we're going to finish it up with Deep Impact. I don't know, Deep Impact's never been my movie, but yeah, there we go. And then Chernobyl Diaries, I think, is a fun horror film. So there we go. One more time, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Chernobyl Diaries, and then Deep Impact. But my question is, have you seen these movies? These 3 right here. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.